Brisbane Motorcycles Ultimate Guide to Fraser Island. We're going to do one night, probably about 400 kilometres on Australia's greatest sand island. Let's go. Alright guys, we've been teasing Dean all week, telling him we've got a great surprise. Bit of a championship bonus, some would say. Others might not think so. You be the judge. Fraser Island on the humble Suzuki GS 500. What better way to test the skills of a four-time motocross champion than stitching him up with an actual lump of steel in the sand? Dino?
Whereabouts are you going?
Just on the highway, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to show you a surprise.
Oh, fuck.
Is it?
You got me thinking.
What's that?
You got me thinking.
Ha! Mate, you'll love it, trust me.
Alright, yep, cool.
I'll see you up there. Definitely going to need all the power we can get for that GS 500. First starting point of every Fraser trip. Fuel, bakery, coffee, good meeting point. Definitely worthwhile stopping here. Getting yourself ready. What are we forgetting? Oh, our fuel, yeah. Let's go. Great website to check before you get onto the island is the Parks and Forests Queensland Government website. So if we click on Fraser Island, Kagari Island here, it's going to give us all of the alerts that we need to be mindful of whilst we're on the island. Fire restrictions, obviously no pets allowed. Basically everything you need to know can be found here. Apparently it's crocodile, so we'll keep an eye out for those things. Necessity for Fraser Island is a vehicle permit. These rangers don't mess about over here, so last thing we want to do is upset anyone or be trying to bend the rules. Let's just get the permit, make sure we're 100% covered. They do have number plate cameras on the island and there are significant fines, so it's not worth the risk, guys. Let's just make sure we've got our permits. Pretty easy to navigate. QPWS website. You do have to create a username and login. Happy days. We're ready to go. Next stop, Inskip Point, where the real fun begins. So, just got here. Parting tour, mate. Are you excited?
It is a parting tour. Haven't thought of it like that.
Well, it's not really, but
Nah.
End of the season.
End of the season. We'll get together again.
I'm hoping so. We might not make it back off the island though, mate.
We'll see. Island might
be an island
might take us.
Anyway, here at Fraser Island, guys, four-time Australian motocross champion, Dean Ferris, coming to make sure we get home safely, telling us all there is to know about navigating Fraser Island. Are you nervous? Are you feeling it? Yeah.
A little nervous.
What do you think it is?
I have no idea, but you've had to bring the van. You didn't need to bring the van. So it's got something, you've got something in there.
Something of size.
Yeah.
Substantial gift.
A gift.
Some would say.
I don't know if no, I think I'm more excited than nervous now.
All right. This is going to be good.
At this point, I was pretty certain that James had just ruined the entire weekend by bringing this GS 500 to Fraser Island. I mean, I was certain that we weren't even going to get onto the island. I mean, look at this thing. Look at the rust. I don't even know if this thing runs. Like, we took it for a spin around the car park, but how's it going to go on Fraser Island? And is Dean even going to want to ride this? Like, oh my God.
And what could you possibly get me that I haven't already got?
Mate.
And I can tell how excited you are about it.
I found the thing. Do we want to let Renee have a sneak peek?
Sounds like you know me better than I know me.
Do you want to have a sneak peek at Dean's surprise?
Yeah. All right.
All right, let's go.
Is it what I'm thinking? Oh!
How do you think Dean's going to go on the beach on this thing? She's speechless. Right, let's go.
Not what I Alright. Your turn.
Any hints?
Look at me. She's trying to not look at me.
She's speechless. Speechless. Are you ready,
I
mate?
haven't got a clue.
All right.
Good luck. I feel like I'm getting myself into danger.
So you know, we know that pretty good season. Pretty good season.
It was all right.
Yeah. Not that many challenges. Right?
Okay, so you are throwing me in the deep end with something.
We've got the ultimate gift. Welcome to your Fraser Island mobile, mate.
Oh my God! You're sending me up Fraser on that thing.
You're on the fucker, the GS 500, mate. Let's see if you can do Fraser Island on a road bike. If the champ can't do it, we don't recommend it.
All right.
What do you think, mate?
You think I could? I think I could do it.
We think you can. We think it's possible. I don't think it's going to be easy.
No.
Probably not going to be enjoyable.
How heavy is it? Can I even pick that thing
You can
up?
try. Skills.
Oh, where did you pull this one from?
Somewhere in Caboolture, mate. All right, guys.
So we're doing it on a road bike and a RAV.
We got a road bike and a RAV. Let's see what we can do.
The RAV, by the way, is the most underrated off-road machine. Zane knows this.
Mate, maybe the GS 500 is too. No one's ever done this. Literally no one's done this in the world. You're a first timer.
All right, first time, Fraser Island, road bike, slicks, everything.
Let's go. All right, not entirely fair that we just stitched Dean up like that. We do actually like him. He's a good bloke. So we're drawing him out of the hat. I don't know what the numbers are, but basically 1, 2, and 3. Tenere number 1. Suzuki GS, cream of the crop, number 3, and the WR number 2. Gentlemen, let you boys go first. What are you going to get?
Oh, a little bit scared. Number 2. Got the WR.
That is that unfair. Anyway, there's still a chance I get a Tenere.
All right. Moment of truth. Number 1, the Tenere.
And at this point, karma did prevail.
Yeah, fuck.
All right,
Nah, recount.
let's gear up.
And it was at this point that James knew he'd fucked up.
It's gonna be a long weekend. Oh, not a good start. Right, you go ahead, because I'm only going to get one crack at this. Test is fucked. Test is fucked. It's already got no grip. There's a legitimate chance I don't make it, so. gas. Well, that's not easy.
Okay, so the Tenere wasn't actually as hard as Zane made this look. He's just getting his feet wet, starting to get used to it.
You've made it on, mate. What are you doing now?
Well, I honestly didn't think I was going to get on the barge. And there's no turning back now, so hope it's low tide, I guess.
So, once you're on the boat, it's officially island time, and it's a criteria to have a drink.
I'm on my learners.
Well, don't get caught.
Now you got to learn how to drink drive.
No, we're just joking. Drink responsibly on the barge, boys. Especially if you're going to ride afterwards.
Now shotgun it.
I'll be fine, bro. Speed on. High on the recent triumphs of getting the GS onto the island, he thought it wise to do a few more tests. Surprisingly, the GS passed with flying colours. And we were ready to tackle Fraser on an absolute beast. A lack of suspension did become troublesome. There was no travel, no tyre flex. The old family jewels were not enjoying life.
As you've seen at the start of the video, the Tenere struggles a little bit in the deep sand, but my God, is it a good time on the hard sand. It is an absolute beach cruiser when you've got the speed up and the sand's hard. It's the best time, cruise along Fraser Island. What more could you want? I think a few more adjustments to the bike and it could be an absolute off-road beast, especially in the deep sand, but my God, was I enjoying this.
The Yamaha WR range would have to be the favourites for Fraser Island. This is a 250F, but there's plenty of power, and when you get to the inland trails, it's so light and nimble. Man, did I have a blast riding this thing all around the island.
After an hour or so, the GS had its first major win, passing Dean as he ran out of fuel. On the beach. Do you think I stopped to help? Absolutely not.
After a little bit of time on the Tenere, I decided I would try a few different tyre pressures, slowly letting them down more and more as we go. But I think James had the best idea with going very low with his tyre pressures.
That might be
A bit too far, but
I think it's working in your favour.
Unfortunately, at this point, the cyclonic winds kind of destroyed the camera audio, but this is pretty much the first big test for the GS, and James, Indian head on the GS 500. Passed with flying colours.
It became evident pretty quickly that it was going to be a lonely trip for me and the GS, but surprisingly I started to grow to like it. Comfortable, reliable, steady on the sand. It was like a lounge chair on the beach at 80 kilometres an hour. After gaining some confidence riding the GS, it was time to put it to the true test in the inland trails. At this point, we were pretty confident we were going to make it to the top. If we put aside the few times the GS literally tried to kill me, I was actually enjoying my time. What a scenic route. No better place to ride your GS in Australia than on a beach.
Fell over that way and rolled downhill.
Look how far we have to push that tank.
My heart rate hasn't been that high in 10 years.
I mean, the wind noise is pretty bad at this point, so to save your ears, I thought I'd just narrate what James is saying. He's pretty much saying that we tried to get it over Nagala Rocks and there was no way we were getting it. The sand was too deep, the poor GS got bogged, and James has ran out of talent at this point.
I honestly had believed that we were going to make it.
Dean's out there trying to scout an alternate route.
Ah, I love looking back at a good rooster tail.
You ride bikes often, mate? What do you reckon? There's no way.
No.
On this, maybe, if I wanted to go 3 feet
How
into
much further is it, Zane? How much further is it to the other side?
It's a long way when you're going to go past cars.
If all three of us are pushing, we'll get it.
Yeah, we would get it there.
Sucks. If we could drop this off that cliff and then like 2.5 feet into the ocean,
Do you reckon I ride to the ocean?
then I think we can get there. But you have to leave it here because the tide's coming up, there's no way back.
Then pillion through Orchid Beach.
Go for a walk, assess the situation.
I don't think it was entirely our fault.
There is a traffic jam.
Beach as, man. They're so beach. So you missed it on camera, but James got through the rocks no problem. But as you can see, it's like the finest sand we've ever seen. And with the lack of momentum you can't get out of Nagala Rocks, yeah, James didn't make it too far.
So the verdict is, road bikes on Fraser, good up till backside of Nagala Rocks.
Yeah. And if you get it past Nagala Rocks, you're on board.
Just comment on this video and reach out. I'll give you a prize, something.
We will bring you to show us.
We just had 2 men just pushing that thing, pinned in first.
Going nowhere.
Going nowhere. And it just kept digging deeper. The front wheel was actually the problem, getting just ploughing in. And turned it, yeah. So I literally just went and scouted, see if there was a way around the bottom of the rocks here. And I'm not sure, maybe on the bottom of low tide, like as far out as it goes, maybe we could get around and get a bit wet. Also comment if you think it's possible, because we're about, I guess it's like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, so we're like 4 hours past tide. And there's definitely no chance right now. We were thinking maybe if we dropped it off the cliff here and then rode it around the beach and through the water a bit, but it's not even possible, it's too deep. Pacific Ocean would take the GS right now, I think. Gonna happen. Here we go.
Going nowhere in a hurry.
Alright, I think we go back to the pub.
At this point, I was starting to feel a little bit sorry for the GS. I must have held it on the limiter for about 15 minutes straight at Inskip, and then again at Nagala Rocks. And finally, we break the GS.
Who wants to go? For legal reasons, Dean didn't break it. But someone broke it.
I won't run. I'm just quite handy mechanically stuff here looking at it. I heard someone rode it through water and it started cutting out and spluttering and stuff, so. Got it just got, I'm thinking the plug. But it's pretty protected here actually. Looks dry. Kind of cut out. Or
It was like a steam train going pumping black smoke out.
yeah, like smoke. Well, that's more than ignition now.
It appeared electrical gremlins to be the cause. Turns out riding the GS through water was not a good idea.
This was not going to get us home.
Yeah, nice. That's it. So unhealthy.
It lives!
After an hour or two of pulling apart literally every single plug on the bike, cleaning it, drying it, plugging it back in, we managed to get the GS going again. This thing just will not die. Unless you ride it through water, in which case it'll die straight away again. Brief moments of promise turned into what felt like an hour of disappointment and genuine panic as I realised I was going to have to sit on the back of the Tenere with Zhane. Bloke's a madman.
Alright guys, so we're just at Lake Mackenzie and we thought we'd shoot over to Kingfisher Bay. It was only about a 25-minute ride. Beautiful spot. So this is on the west coast of the island and that's the bay there. I'm pretty sure that's River Heads. Straight across the water and a little bit to the north is Harvey Bay. So yeah, if you've made it as far as Lake Mackenzie or to the middle of the island, if you're camping, shoot across, really nice place. There is resorts and things here. You can actually catch a boat from the mainland, from River Heads I believe, across to here, come and stay. But yeah, and so many epic things to see on the island and to do. There's so much to offer, it's pretty cool.
So the secret sauce for the adventure bikes on Fraser Island is definitely letting all the air out of the tyres, because this was a ball in the inland trails. So after an epic trip across to Kingfisher, me and Dean decided to head back to the barge and call it a weekend, but we were forgetting something.
An absolute mission.
2 days.
Bro.
2 solid days on that big girl.
I actually cannot believe we made it back here on this. Broke down on me again.
Well, you were surprised we got it onto the barge, onto the island, and as far as we did.
And back. It did the wire cut out one more time, and I've got it down to about a 3-minute fix now. How long have you been waiting?
Ages.
Oh,
Ages.
that felt like the longest 20 kilometres I've ever ridden on a motorcycle. Anyway, proved a point. Fraser Island on a GS 500. Possible, not advised.